So, now, guess it's story time. Last night, I went to a concert. I spontaneously bought this shirt, right? Wool sweatshirt. It's fucking awesome. I love it. And then on the back, just the death we seek. Straight down the middle. Oh, I'm so happy. Spontaneously bought it. It was $60, and then I fucking tipped the guy because they work off of tips on that booth. You know, the merch guy, usually they get paid a little bit, then work off of tips. That's just how it always is, usually. So, yeah, I'm gonna fucking tip him, right? Yeah. But, holy shit. First two bands were okay, right? Second one was better than the first. Not saying they were bad, just not my style, right? But second one, at one point, the vocalist said something that kind of seemed like he was gonna lose the crowd, but completely won it over in the end, right? He got the crowd going for a second band. He really got a pick going and stuff. Usually that doesn't happen at this venue, so that was cool to see. It was crazy. But it was crazy when Currents came out. So, the friend I went with, she had to be in her wheelchair. She's able to walk, but not the best all the time, and she would really struggle out at a concert like that. She couldn't go that long standing and everything without being able to sit everything, so she wanted to take her wheelchair. So I thankfully saw we could get accessible seating, and it was nice because you could see the stage perfectly, right? Like sitting, you were at the head level. You're looking at over everyone's head while you're sitting in a chair in those seats. So that was really cool. Perfect view of the stage and everything. You can just go in and out. So when I'm sitting up there for the first two bands with her, we're just hanging out, talking, watching the shows. And then Currents come on. He's out for like 30 seconds. And she's watching. I look over, kind of like poke her side. I'm like, or her arm. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna run. Because I told her before she said she was gonna go. I'm like, okay, and she told me she was gonna need her wheelchair. I'm like, you must know, I will not leave you for the entire show or anything, but once Currents is out, I'm running for that pit. I was like, I won't leave you for the entire thing, but I will be gone for a little bit. That is the one rule. She's like completely okay with that. She's like, of course, you're there for your show. I wanted to just join along. She's like, don't hold yourself back because of me. She's like, I just don't want to be put in a terrible situation. I'm like, perfect, won't happen, right? Helped greatly with the accessible seating. Fuck. So I just run down there immediately. It's so easy at these metal shows to get through. No one fucking cares, right? So I just kind of push my way through, get to the pit. I'm on the wall, and immediately I just I was having some fun up on the side, you know, but I get down there immediately. I'm just full on headbanging. I'm not just bouncing my head a little, you know, and going to the music. No, I'm going all out again. It's just all of a sudden back, and like I was down there the entire time, and I swear to God. Oh, wait, that reminds me. Hang on. Before I forget. Okay. Sorry, didn't want to forget. So, the first pit, I mean, there ended up being two pits. But yeah, this first one, which was open the entire time, there's a guy in the middle just two-stepping pretty much the entire thing. It's like, holy shit, my guy, you need to slow down. Because, like, these metalcore shows, There, people go hard, but it's not two-stepping hardcore stuff, which I'm fine with, right? If I go to a hardcore show, I'm expecting two-stepping and people crowd killing, like, the entire time. At these, you expect a little crowd killing, some heavy hits, but it's a lot more just kind of shoving and just having a fucking fun time, right? So, I mean, I jumped in a few times, so I'm like, this isn't the vibe. So I kind of push into the crowd that's like the front of the wall, okay? We're there, well, of the pit. Kind of, so we start pushing a little forward. And at one point in this one of the songs, I forgot which song, but it was a breakdown or something. And a few guys around me started jumping. And I'm now like a few people deep in from the pit now. And so we start shoving, and immediately a fucking pit starts right there as well. And it was more of like it was more of the vibe of running around shoving, and yes, again, you're gonna get some hits, but not two-stepping. I don't know, there's something about two-stepping, it feels, I'm okay with it in certain bands and stuff, but like at a metalcore show, if one guy's two-stepping, you don't want to get clocked in the face. There's a higher chance of getting clocked in the face with someone two-stepping than someone running around shoving each other, right? Anyways, yeah, that's what it turned into, and I basically started it. I was one of the, 3-4 people that completely started that pit. And I'm very proud of myself, because it's been a few times I've done that, and I love it. It turns into just one of my favorite things. It's weird, the last 2 shows I went to, I just couldn't get into it, right? Even a few of the bands I love, I couldn't get myself to go into that pit or anything. I didn't have the motivation. But today, it felt like I finally had that motivation back to say, fuck it, I'm jumping straight in there. I just lost myself. Even after, the 3 songs I was running around for and felt like I was gonna have a heart attack, I'm immediately, just full-on headbanging and just losing myself. And that's how I used to be at shows, and all of a sudden the last few, I couldn't. So, to have that back, it felt fucking great. It felt like I was myself again in that pit and at the show. And I really hope I keep up with this feeling, because I was feeling sick for so fucking long. So to be feeling a lot better and seeing the progress finally, I'm so fucking thankful and happy, because, oh my god. It's been a long fight, and by all means, I haven't been perfect, right? I still struggle, but holy shit, there's progress. There's progress, and I couldn't be happier, because it's been really tough to keep going. Yeah, flying around that pit, I couldn't be happier doing that, right? That's just, it sounds weird, but that's just one of my happy places. At a fucking concert in the pit, being one of those guys, kind of fucking running the pit, you know? At points where I'm just standing in the middle and headbanging and fucking throwing people around as they're going through the circle pit. Right? See anyone fall, you're trying to jump in right away, pick them up. I love doing that. That's my favorite. I do that all the time. Especially back at when Warped Tour was a thing. Oh my god. Even one of my, not the last few that I, haven't been feeling okay, but before that, there's so many times I just end up standing in the dead center of it, singing along to music with a few guys, and then just randomly get fucking destroyed because, you know, you're not paying attention at all. And there's a pick going around you. You're just happen to be standing in the dead center of it, hoping to God you don't get murdered. But hey, it's fucking fun. Again, I couldn't be happier doing it. It's where I feel at home. I don't know if that's weird, but yeah. Ugh. My legs are so tight. Seriously, my shin is so sore right now. I didn't realize I was like, I don't know, but I'm like, wait, I can try and figure that out. I said, use the Saradomin sword, but don't believe me because I have no idea. You know, do I just gift him one of the swords? If he can't afford it, do you think I just gift him one? Yeah, he'd be able to use it. Ugh. You're saying go for 80. Oh god. Ow. That was just a big hit, so I'm dying. They don't want Joker to die. Did I do Monkey Madness? Okay, I did. Oh no. I just kind of did this one on the whim. I wasn't even prepared. Oh no. I literally just kind of hit play and went for it. Oh no. Mage. Mage. Range. Mage. I thought there was another rock fall, so I immediately panicked. Holy fuck. I'm so tired from that concert. Currents was so fucking good live. Seriously, they did an amazing job. Better than I was even expecting. Nope. Oh. Purpod. Just get me out of here. I need a breeze. No, just going for it. We got this. I'm not afraid. Ow! Shit. I'm a fucking god at this game. And I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh god. Guess my stomach didn't really like that. Okay. I think I'm doing good. Yep, it was range and I panicked. I completely panicked. It was good timing to move. was too focused on my prayer pods when it really didn't matter. I was like, why can't I find it? Right, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna fill up my water and grab my shaker. Sorry, I'm carrying several things. So, set that down, set that down. Let me just add some down. Need to buy more. I started really going through that. It's because I started actually really trying to care for myself. I haven't been perfect some days, but I'm really trying right now. And again, I see the fucking progress. I'm happy. It's great. Oh my god. Ow! I did that way too much. We need to add a counter on to how many times I knock it over. Alright, I'm sorry. Getting too distracted. I hit a point in life where I always was so just reserved, right? I just don't care anymore. I'm not even necessarily happy with myself, but I am trying to understand that I have this one fucking shot, so I'm gonna make the best out of it with the rest of the time I got for it, right? I'm here to have fun now. I've always been a little bitch and I'm sick of it. I'm done caring. In a good way. Like, I'm still gonna care, right? But I'm done caring about what other people think finally. I'm here to be me. I'm here to live and enjoy myself. If you don't like me, that's your own fucking fault. See, that's always been my big thing about concerts. It is the one place I would always learn to figure out I can be that way. That and a soccer field. I could figure out to just be myself there. There was no other area I could just feel that way. And, you know, I think it's about time I finally fucking realize I can just do that anywhere. I have that confidence. I'm finally just using it and showing myself. Sorry, I didn't necessarily mean for this to turn into a motivational speech and everything. It's just, it's been on my mind, and I really proved that to myself the last night at that concert. Fucking, or just even tonight, a few hours ago. Okay. Yeah, I just proved to myself I'm back to being able to just be who I want to be. I don't have to worry again, like I did for so long. I'm free. So just remember, shit's tough. Don't dwell on how long it takes. It's taken me almost 2 years to get back to this point. Okay? To being, well, 2 years since I made the big decision. Alright? So, it's okay, it's gonna take time. It's not a race to the finish, because the finish line is death. So, don't race there. That's not what you want. Take the time. Learn from it. Because if you don't try and learn from every fucking... Sure, not everything has a learning situation, right? You don't learn something from every single situation. But there's a lot you can. And that's completely okay. Like, you need to realize that, or you're not going to grow. Right? Yeah, that's tough to accept and tough to do sometimes. But, ultimately, I mean, it's the way to do it. It's fucking tough. Seriously, I've been diagnosed with depression, anxiety, right? My entire life. It's something I just kind of deal with, and yeah, it's hard, but I'm constantly trying to grow from it. I'll never expect myself to be perfect. Fuck that. Fucked. I just want to be happy. Need to do some more push-ups quick. Gets good at 75. 75 Slayer. What's a 75 Slayer? Gargoyles. Yeah, it's like this stuff that drops amazing loot, right? What? What? I'm so confused on what this is.
What do you want me to say when I can tell you the truth? Tell me how the fuck I'm supposed to deal with losing you.
They sound like him?
It wasn't worth it to me to wait around and then see all of my love go unspent. My nighttime hikes and weekends, you were my best friend. I didn't want it to end. The first time I saw you was in your apartment. I had followed my friend's single file through the darkness. I looked your direction for excessive inspection, and I could not muster the courage to say a single word. For a while we were playing this game that your friends bought, but everyone cheated and no one could spell. You didn't say much of anything. I must have come off annoying 'cause you went to bed. I'll walk home with my eyes low, dreaming of conversations we'll have tomorrow. All the classes in high school we fell asleep in, but now I can hardly close my eyes. The next time I saw you was in your apartment. Oh, why do I keep ending up here on starlit evenings? Still sleeping, but this time you sat next to me on the couch. I stare out the window, hands glued tight and sore, praying to God knows what, that you would sever what's something shiny from the kitchen drawer. I'll walk home with my eyes low, dreaming of conversations we'll have tomorrow.
Oh, you fuck. Did I just dodge that? Oh my god.
I was wondering if maybe you wanted to hang out tonight. We could make dinner or something.
Look, these teachers want us to work, you know? And I say fine, I'll work. But you gotta let me do the kind of work that I want to do.
Yeah.
For me, Lindsay, it's my drum kit, man. This is my passion, you know?
Yeah.
This is the essence of who I am now. But before I had this, I was lost too.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You
I
gotta
do.
find your reason for living. You gotta find your big, just gigantic drum kit, you know?
Yeah. Find your drum kit.
Maybe I'll buy a clarinet.
What?
I'm no good with maps. I've no sense of direction. And I can't write anything without autocorrection. I just can't keep up with this curriculum. I wish I could learn in my sleep. I've got a problem with problems. I'm not punctual. I get lost in context and sentence construction. I've never said this to anyone before. I've never said it out loud.
Hi, princess. Wanna come join me? Wanna come join? No? Wanna come listen to Midwest Emo with me? Wanna be emo and listen to this with me? God, I wish the cat was fucking emo. It'd be so much nicer. Z. I wish you became emo so you'd listen to Midwest Emo with me. You little shit! You don't want my love? No! Go fuck yourself! You can't say no! I give you a home, a food, water, a sister, attention, unconditional love, and you fight me back, you fucking bitch. I'm hearing things.
And I just don't want to disappoint my mom again. But I already have.
Yeah, I'm hearing things.
Already have. Can I have any closure? Broken
So there.
A broken bone, a long night of shame, and I'll pretend
back.
that it won't hurt. Can't
Oh, so I gotta tell our Dave and Buster's story with the person I went with to the concert. So I was saving up all my tickets for a while, right? And as we get through all our coins for the day, and she was like, let's just see how many we're at, right? I was like, well, I've been saving up for a while. I was like, so there's gonna be a decent amount already. I was like, but yeah, let's see what we're at. And it was 4,000, I swear to God, we thought it was like 4,800 and some. Turns out it was 4,683 or whatever, okay? So we go looking around, and I'm gonna show you. And keep in mind the number. Because we thought we had enough. She wanted a plushie. She wasn't gonna get anything though. We weren't gonna get anything. But I saw this big ramen pillow. And I'm like, okay, I need that. And then I felt bad. I'm like, you can get something too. I'm like, what do you want? And she picked out, it was a Squishmallow. Well, mine was 5,000. Hers was 4,700. Again, I thought we had 9,800 and something like that. So, we get up there, start talking to the guy, and we recognize each other, but we can't figure out from where. We must have worked together at some point, somewhere, but we can't figure it out, right? So we're sitting there talking, and I'm like, she's holding onto the plushie. Or the Squishmallow. And I ask for the ramen. He goes back, grabs, well, it takes a little bit to find it, but gets it. And all of a sudden, it comes back. We still can't figure out where we know each other from. But it was like, he scans it, and he goes, alright, have a good one. I'm like, what? And he was like, have a good one. I'll see you around. I'm like, oh, okay. And she's in her wheelchair, so I just start pushing her. And she's like, what? I'm like, just keep going, What? And like, he didn't scan it. He just kind of said go, and I'm not gonna complain, because we ultimately didn't have enough tickets. We were like 16 short from this fucker. And I'm like, no. Because we both 100% thought we had enough. We saw it. It was 9,800 and something. Nope. All of a sudden, we were under 9,700 by like 16. Unless there's tax on these fucking tickets. Right? Unless it was 5,000 plus tax, so there's an extra 100 or whatever. I don't know. Just fuck me. But yeah, that was funny, I thought. And it's okay, because they're completely overpriced things. But it's okay. It's okay. Allegedly. This is what I got. He's running. Like, how could you not? I had enough. I'm like, I need to. This thing is perfect. Oh, this thing's so stupid. I fucking love it. I couldn't be happier. Like, seriously. This thing is awesome. How could you not... How could you say no to this guy? I was looking at it. I'm like... I said to her, I'm like, I need that fucker. I need it. There's no way we leave and I don't get it. Once I got my eyes on it. And we had enough. We're supposed to have enough. So I was like, yeah, get whatever you want to. I don't care. I've been saving these for the past like 2 fucking years. I just... Every time I went, I would just never spend it. I just kept saving up. I was gonna see how high I could get, but... Yeah, I saw that guy up there. I'm like, nope. Nope. There goes my tickets. And it is so worth it. Like, how is that not worth it? I couldn't be happier with my purchase. Oh yeah. Ugh. I like when he moves it for me. Oh no. We don't lose the oat milk. You don't lose the purchase. Ah! The oat milk. Oh no. Stop focusing on those rats. Yeah, man. Oh no. Shit.
I would say something that made him stop, or just text him.
These rats aren't even attacking me. I think they're kind of just confused on what's going on. Focus, Rain. Focus. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Well, I've kind of figured it out.
Help somebody not get hurt.
I'm so sore from that concert. So I decided to wear my nice shoes. Worst fucking idea ever. Nice white shoes completely destroyed. I bet there's a way to clean them. But fuck am I upset. Completely worth it. Like, and honestly, I was questioning wearing them. I knew what was gonna happen. I knew the risk I was taking, and I still went for it. So yeah, I'm upset, but ultimately, it's on me. I just had no idea. I was on the side of I had no idea how the accessible seating worked. I was afraid I wasn't even gonna be able to go down and actually see the fucking go down by the people. That's what I was worried about, right? So I'm more of just kind of prepared for that, I think. Which I shouldn't have. I should have worn my shoes. Yeah, I'm so upset. Maybe I could throw them in the washer, but I don't know.
Desperate wishing to be over.
Alright, we're gonna look something up. It's the same playlist. Okay. I wanna see. See if people actually play this. Because I always get an ad for it. I'm so annoyed.
Don't you want to?
In this video, I will be showing you 5 different useful tips and tricks which will speed up your progress in the tower. Once you have unlocked the card section, you will be given 40 gems to spend on whatever you want. I suggest saving the gems, as buying card spots and laboratory slots is much better than buying just cards alone. Gems are really useful in this game, and they can be used to get cards, unlock
So I'm
more
never
card
going to
spots,
see any
and
of the game.
Hey guys, this is Crowbar Zero, and today I'm going over just kind of like what is the early game versus the mid game.
What's
versus
going
the late
on?
game. What does that actually look like? And so when you first start,
You're not even doing anything.
you don't have access to a lot of the tools that you're eventually going to get as you go along, and the scaling of things changes everything as far as the very, very early game versus the late game. So to kind of jump into things, actually during the early game, some of the best tools, once you can get access to them, are
So this is an actual game. It's just fucking annoying. And their ads are unbearable. Oh, I had a fun video actually to watch. We're gonna watch this. I happened to see this. We're gonna watch this.
Do you have a lifelong hatred of Chad, Brad, and Clayton for cacking you in the school playground? Do your palms
I do.
sweat profusely as you wait to order your sandwich at Subway? Do you call your guitar your best friend, although you only practice the same lick once a day and for the rest of your time with popcorn content and TV static? Well, Midwest Emo is the perfect genre for you. Midwest Emo...
I feel personally attacked, and sure, I'm not constantly practicing the guitar or anything, but I wish I could. But I'm not even good enough to do just one fucking thing. I can't do one chord, okay? Well, I can, but I'm fucking terrible at it. So, no.
Emo is categorized by twinkly, arpeggiated, and distinct guitar riffs, alongside a singing style that is indistinguishable from the noise heard immediately after your cousin falls off the rope swing. Midwest Emo took the anger of DC hardcore and immediately nullified it with depression and heartbreak, creating a sound that somehow, as a British kid born in the 2000s, makes me nostalgic about a small town in the USA. Midwest Emo is commonly associated...
Does it actually work for people? That's what I'm curious on. People from, like, Europe are even into it. Because it feels like it's so niche to the Midwest because, seriously, like, it's a weird fucking vibe when it's just completely cold and there's nothing to do, so you literally just wander. I get a lot of kids do the same thing at that age, but like literally this parking lot, I don't know how many times like we've driven around in empty parking lots like this just for the hell of it because we had nothing better to do with our lives, right? Like, seriously. And we'd just try and fuck around in our cars. We'd go skateboard in empty parking lots. And it was fucking 35 degrees out.
associated with math rock, which is a genre characterized by complex rhythmic structures, odd time signatures, bait tunings, extended chords, and lyrical content includes, but it's not limited to, reminiscing about the perfect summer, when in hindsight all you did was play League of Legends, begging for a text back from Stacy.
It was Call of Duty. And her name wasn't Stacy. It depends on what year, but there were a few.
And listing in detail every reason why a woman shouldn't date you. But where did this all come from?
Yep.
What led to the creation of this beautiful mess of a genre? Well, much like most pits of degeneracy, Midwest Emo's development as a genre is pretty much a straight line from punk, specifically the DC hardcore scene. This particular scene of hardcore punk was directly influenced by bands like the Ramones, who would have tour dates around the area. Before too long, every basketball
What the
court in
fuck?
Washington was filled with sweaty, bold men screaming about how sick it was being straight edge, whilst launching a disgusting amalgamation of power chords and blast beats directly into tonight's filled eardrums. Bands like Minor Threat and Bad Brains were at the forefront of this genre, maxing out distortion,
Never listened to them.
and giving white Christian mothers their fourth music-related heart attack in the last 3 years. But
Oh
punk is
my
not emo, and emo's not punk, so how was emo born out of this scene? It would only take one group of down bad teenagers to lay the groundwork of what would eventually become emo. Rites of Spring's first and only self-titled EP released in 1995.
Never listened to them.
Unthinkable. It would take punk and slow it down. This combined with softer tones and lyrics, which focused on personal pain and suffering rather than just attitude and rage towards the world. This approach to punk was dubbed emo-core or emotional hardcore by fans.
That's why at like hardcore shows, everyone just goes crowd killing and wants to beat the ever living shit out of each other, because it's just blast beats and power chords. That's all it is. It makes you want to punch things at everyone in the face and grab a chair and start smashing everything you see and body slamming them. Yeah.
Only to the dismay of individuals who worked on the Rites of Spring project, as they would proclaim the genre name
I feel like it's the goal.
The stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life and the most retarded term ever. Their argument highlighted that all music aims to be emotional, so the label should be used for just one genre. Regardless of the criticism and honestly outright disgust from the creators, the label stuck, and in the next few years it will be used to describe bands such as Embrace, Grey Matter and Husker Du, which would turn out to be some pretty influential bands. Some of these bands, alongside bands like Melvins and Black Sabbath, would go on to influence grunge.
You know, I need to start taking pictures of like all these early bands, or taking notes, because I need to actually fucking listen to these early bands of emo and punk and everything.
Which would become very popular and mainstream thanks to this very sexy individual. This allowed alternative music genres to come to the forefront of the culture and not be contained in a singular location or subculture. Emo would hit the West Coast in the early 90s and spread out from there. Multiple local scenes would form insular from each other, all with their own ideas of what emo actually is. The only scene that's important to this video is Midwest. We'll come back to that later. Notable artists from this time period include Sunny Day Real Estate, Cap'n Jazz and Jawbreaker. Shortly after this, in the early 2000s, the public's perception of emo would quickly turn into this. What the hell? As pop-punk bands like My Chemical Romance, Green Day and Paramore would become more popular than
I never saw Green Day as emo. Am I the only one? I saw them more like pop punk than anything. But no, like I never saw them as emo. Okay, I will say I know a lot of emo kids listen to Green Day, but I never associated Green Day with emo, if that makes sense. Just me, at least.
Okay, let's go back to the cozy.
Was he getting turned on?
In the mid-90s, the second wave of emo was well underway with bands like Cap'n Jazz, Braid and Mineral, crafting the Midwest emo sound, combining math rock elements with the emo sound of the bands beforehand. And just like that, Midwest emo was born. Unknowingly to them, Midwest emo was about to birth their favourite depressed child.
The greatest genre ever.
American
okay.
would release their
hang on. I swear to fuck, my friend, when I was like 20, lived in an apartment like this. He lived up on the second floor. Swear to God, you went in this door, there was a door that way to the downstairs apartment, stairs, and then door to his apartment. And then he had the whole upstairs. I swear to fuck, it looked just like this. That's hilarious.
American football would release their self-titled masterpiece in 19...
Also, I love how he used the Minecraft version of the house, as he has the American football fucking album cover behind him.
1999. The album would combine teen angst with musical experimentation to create a truly unique project. Band members would actually record the album in the final days of college, stamping something very bittersweet and strangely familiar into the album. These themes will be supplemented by arpeggiated guitars, complicated song structure, and whack time signatures, creating something that sounds more like jazz than hardcore. Although the album was extremely epic, on release American Football would only receive minor success on college radio, and as agreed, the band
99
separate ways. It was time.
Oh my god.
Time to hang up the flannel shirt, take off the white Converse, and leave the scratched up Telecaster in storage. Midwest emo was officially dead.
Aww.
Even the smallest bands could inspire countless musicians, and as time went on, these bands would
I wasn't even born when that video was taken.
be inspiring to many upcoming artists. This would reach a boiling point due to the internet. The internet completely changed how we view and consume culture as a species, completely changing the way music is discovered and distributed. For every early 90s band, there was a disgusting basement dweller that was willing to stop at nothing to increase his percentage on Obscurify. The Midwest emo bands of the 90s were suddenly thrust towards a completely new generation of people. Almost 20 years on, and not much had changed. They were still nerdy teenagers who had an urge to whine about their terrible love life while simultaneously flex their big brain, high IQ finger tapping skills, resulting.
And that's the thing. It's always going to be relatable because everyone's a fucking teenager at some point and grows up, right? You're always... That's going to happen, and it's literally talking about stuff you went through when you were about 14, 15, all the way through 22-ish, right? And I'm saying it can be after, but it's talking about those instances and especially if you're going through a hard time, it can be very relatable as you're going through it. And even for me, and I know a lot of people around my age that do listen to it, it's because it's very reminiscent, of a better time. Yeah, sure. We went through a lot of shit. We could have made way better decisions. But it's more of wow, I had no responsibilities. I could have made better decisions, and I didn't. We're now seeing the repercussions. But you get what I mean? It's it's reminiscent of the past still. It's I still enjoyed the time. Even through all the shit I went through, I still appreciate that time in a weird way. You know, I don't regret it. I do and I don't. I wish I didn't make the decision, but I accept I did, and it's completely okay. But I think that's why Midwest emo will always kind of be able to be so kind of you can always relate to it. Relatable. It is a very relatable genre. And the next part he was going into,
their terrible love life while simultaneously flex their big brain, high IQ finger tapping skills, resulting in the 2010s producing bands like Sports, Chinese Football, Free Throw.
I just want to say for that finger tapping skill, it really helps now as well for the fact that everyone's a fucking gamer. And especially if you're a PC, well, even if you can do that quickly now, even just typing, right? If you're a quick typer, you're gonna be you have the chance to be good at a guitar, I would say, just because you can move your fingers quickly, right? I know that's not everything for a guitar because it doesn't help me, and I can be a fast typer, but I think it can help if you put in the practice.
Wait a second. Why do so many Midwest bands have sports-related names? There's no way this actually appeals to them. It was time for the Midwest emo revival. Bands like Algernon Caldwell and Snowing would forefront this movement in the underground, taking inspiration from the second wave of emo in the 90s. They would ramp up the cringe, using even twinklier riffs, whining in a higher pitch than ever before, and even introducing brass instrumentation that was briefly explored by American football beforehand. This revival quickly diversified.
Okay. One of my favorite bands right now literally has a trumpet going on during one of their kind of breakdown moments. I don't know what it'd be called for fucking Midwest emo, but in the metal sense it would be called a breakdown. I don't they definitely have a trumpet going. I'm oh my god. It's awesome.
The unavoidable plague that has pop-punk injected influence into the scene with bands like The Hotelier and Modern Baseball. Indie would slither its way into influence with bands like Tigers Jaw and Sorority Noise, and post-punk would kick down the door with bands like Brave Little Abacus and The World is a Beautiful Place and I'm No Longer Afraid to Die. And that brings us to the present day. Midwest emo is arguably as relevant now as it's ever been. The scene is still rich with new talent and projects, and there's
it will always be
by boomers, zoomers,
always.
And boomers. Now you may think you're prepared for your Midwest emo journey. I've got your books already, your lunch is packed, but you're still naked. How the fuck are you going to be a true Midwest emo without any clothes? Midwest emo fashion differs from the styles of genres beforehand, mainly because it's fucking boring. Midwest emo musicians are often seen prioritizing comfort over whatever the fuck this is. Beige trousers, flannel shirts, and thick-rimmed glasses allow you to blend into whatever anxiety-inducing public scenario you might be in, while still being
Sounds about right.
pretentious whilst bloating out words like normcore and Pinkerton to the local goth bar. So what lies ahead for Midwest emos? I truly believe Midwest will never die. It has built
Fuck
a
no.
loyal fan base that are oftentimes actively contributing to the culture in positive ways. Even so, the sound of Midwest emo will continue to feel nostalgic and warm for edgy teenagers, even when the charts are filled with exclusively hyperpop, Mertzbau, and other music that appeals to the ADHD of stibbing children. Midwest emo will always have a place. It may disappear for a few years and fall back into obscurity.
It'll always come back.
It, when you're in your room staring at your wall, down horrendously, Midwest will return to make you feel
Next thing you know, modern baseball is coming on.
even fucking worse.
Beautiful. Midwest emo. Songs that start with a guitar player who's been playing for God knows how long, followed by a singer who never practiced singing his entire life. Yeah, probably. That would make sense. Midwest emo is the only reason I'm okay with living in Michigan. Driving around slushy, gross suburban yards and swerving to avoid potholes the size of my tire while listening to American football. That sounds like Michigan, yeah. This was an amazing video. He has a sea in the sky picture. That is the best fucking album they have. The original one, it's all instrumental. Oh. Okay, I didn't know what Midwestern emo was. So I looked it up, kept scrolling, mumbling to myself, nah, where's this little goblin man? What? I simultaneously love and hate how you have butchered versions of the album art flashed up on the screen in place of the real one half the time. See, and the thing is, I don't know all of them, so that it doesn't help. As someone who dated a Midwest emo fan, this is so accurate. He had me listen to an entire modern baseball album in his car at 2 a.m. Based. That's the fucking response you give. Perfect. He sounds so real. I've always associated those Midwest emo math rock stuff with genre of folk music rather than pop punk. Can't just be me, right? Yeah, there's definitely a lot of overlap between folk and Midwest emo. I actually got into both genres from one band. Okay, what? Panucci's Pizza, and I feel like a lot of Midwest emo artists also make folk music. He thinks bluegrass, punk, plus depression. always need to mention the depression. Oh my god. Thank God for Michigan. You know, I want to move to mainland Michigan. I'm going to. Fuck it. That's where I'll go. Fuck Colorado. Mainland Michigan. It'll be a lot closer for my mom, so she won't die. Don't laugh at Midwest emo. That was a good video. Midwest emo is the best thing ever. Have you ever heard of Sex? Yeah, that's not as good as Midwest emo. That's a promise. I've been sucking at actually playing this. Like, I have not done a good job whatsoever. God, I'm so tired. Thank God I'm fucking tired. Actually, I'm just gonna call it after this kill. I'm just gonna go relax. My brain isn't working. Just anxious. That's okay. Wow. No, I want him. Come back. Come back. How many kills do I have? 107. I want to get him. I've only received 1 in 107 kills. That's insane. Hmm.